Nice to meet you, Emmanuel.
Nice meeting you. Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto.
Soy de Francia, pero hablo español un poquito. Uh,
Perfecto.
Perfecto. So
Yes,
tell me, how did this film come together? What was the idea behind it? What were you trying to achieve?
right. You're talking about the film What If the Sun Dies?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Oh, well, actually, so this film actually has a very powerful soul just because it was born. This film is about a man that suffers of a very rare condition called ectodermal dysplasia, which basically prevents him from sweating, meaning that if his body, heats up, he probably would die. And this whole premise was born from another person that has in real life this condition. So Amir Hossein Rockney, which is the director and who is the director and the writer, he let's say that he lived very close this problem with a friend of his, and then he just decided to write about this. And the good thing about this, or the powerful thing about this, is that also the actor that plays this role in the film actually suffers of the same condition. So this topic, it's like very close to all of them. Yeah. And of course, it's also close to me in the sense of I think this film is visually universal. And I think the audience can relate very easy to the problematics that we see.
What do you think it's talking about? What are the themes that are explored, and how do you think people can relate to it?
Well, this is an interesting question. So in the film, throughout the film, we see different topics such as self-acceptance, but also we see the life of a guy that technically represents or has more problems that probably we could think that we have right now, each like the audience. So I think this is a film that empathizes or opens the door to identify our own problematics in the character. This is a character that is a little bit antisocial, that maybe doesn't have very much of an interaction with other people, and even physical interaction. He cannot like has have physical interaction just because if his body hits up, then he can die. So hugging, kissing, things like that that are very normal to the rest of us, it's not very normal for them, for him. So of course, this creates a bridge for us to empathize with the character.
What was the challenge for you to put together this picture? What did you have to face? How difficult was it?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest difficulties that we had, and also the director had, before myself going into the project, was money. Of course, there was a very big problem with money, but at the same time, this is a film that was born with the social conditions of Iran, right? The director Amir Hossein Roghni, he's from Iran, from Tehran, and there governments don't really have a lot of incentives to make films. So he had to put from his own money to bring this film, which is actually very fascinating because this film is so well done that you don't really think that he was struggling with money. That's his talent. And then we Vilpa Films, that's how we reach this project by supporting, representing in film festivals, and also becoming executive producers.
Ultimately, what do you hope people get from watching this movie? What do you think is the takeaway from this movie?
Oh, I think this movie has many takeaways. I think um we see in this movie three main characters, right? The first character is this man that suffers from this rare condition. The second character is a woman that this man happened to, meet all of the sudden. And the third one is an animal that appears in the in the film, and it's like a lizard. I think the right word or term for this is axolotl, which is like a lizard that basically lives in the water. It's an amphibian creature. Um, the relationship between the three of them is what I think is the most valuable takeaway. Why? Because we mirror reality, a reality that can be lived by you and by me, which is the fear of rejection, um, the emotional battling that we all do when we try to relate ourselves with other people, and the simple question that we have all to answer at some point when, if I like a person and then I go to this person to say that I like this person, this approach, human approach, that's what I'm saying. The takeaway is the human approach that this film is delivering.
Right. Well, thank
Yeah.
you so much for talking with me this morning. It was a pleasure. Mucho gusto y suertes y bendiciones para proyectos.
Bendiciones de vuelta. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thanks for a great Spanish and for this space. It's
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you
Thank
very
you. Okay.
much.
Bye.
Bye bye.